Hello, Team 19 members. A lot of you guys have been tweeting me about the big news that Marvel is in talks with Fox to possibly buy their entertainment division. And obviously, that would mean that the X-Men would be coming home, and that's so exciting. And so everyone's been like, how do you feel about it? And obviously, I have a lot of feels about it. I'm trying not to get too hyped because I don't want to get like my heart set on it and then it not happen. But I feel like if we all like really think about it and are like, yes, we really want this to happen, like it might happen. You know, if we all want it to happen, it can happen. So let's all just put that energy out there that we want it to happen. Okay, I believe in that. So, yeah. Like I'm a little torn though. I'm gonna say, like, as much as I'm so excited about the idea of the X-Men coming home to Marvel and being included in the MCU, like how fucking excited I am a little worried that Disney is taking over as this IP monopoly, that they're only going to own more IPs, and that is kind of weird. You know, it's a little weird. Although 20th Century Fox doesn't really own a lot of like huge, like really amazing IPs, but they do have some that are totally like pretty awesome. Like they have, you know, the Predators and Alien stuff. Predator and Alien, that's over at Fox. And also they have the Avatar, James Cameron Avatar stuff. So yeah, so Disney would have all that under their umbrella as well. And I think that, you know, 20th Century Fox, like, so from what I've heard, the deal is that they're trying to sell all of their entertainment division outside of like sports and news. You know, like Fox News and Fox Sports is obviously doing really well. But the state of Hollywood recently, it's been so up and down, you know, and like they really haven't been making a ton of money. They're probably just making their money back, or even making, you know, movies at a loss. I don't know their fucking, you know, budgets and whatever numbers. But so it may be worth it to them to sell. You know, the X-Men may be more valuable to sell to Disney than to continue to make movies that just kind of make their money back. You know, the X-Men movies, while they have done okay for the Fox, you know, brand or whatever, their X-Men brand has done okay, it's never been like huge, you know, it's not like some huge moneymaker like the MCU is, you know, and they've tried to kind of have this shared universe cinematic stuff, but it's never really worked because they don't really know what they're doing, and it's like, I don't know, it's obvious that they don't know what they're doing. So, and there's been a lot of cinematic universes, you know, there's been so many, like, I mean, we just heard about the dark universe that I was really making fun of, that Universal was trying to do with all their classic monsters. Like, that's falling apart right now, which I'm, like, laughing so hard at. But at the same time, I am a little sad because I want to see, like, just how fucking stupid they can get and how much money they're going to put into this. But, I mean, we also saw, like, Fox was trying to do the Fantastic Four thing, you know, and that fucking fell apart. They couldn't, I mean, they tried that twice and they fucked up. We've seen Sony fuck it up with Spider-Man. They started off real strong, but then they totally dropped the ball when they rebooted with the Amazing Spider-Man stuff. So much so that they ended up deciding to share custody with Marvel so they could make money off of their character because they were damaging their own fucking IP at that point. There's the Legoverse, which is actually doing pretty well. I love the Legoverse. I'm down with that. The King Arthur, they were trying, I think Fox was trying to do this King Arthur Legend of the Sword thing. Obviously, that's not going to work out. You have the Monsterverse with the Godzilla King Kong thing happening. You have the Star Wars, obviously the Star Wars thing going on. So there's a lot of people who are trying to do these cinematic universes, but a lot of them aren't doing so great because it's a difficult thing to do. But the people who are killing it and the people who kind of started this trend, the MCU, are just like, I don't know, seemingly only getting better. I mean, I'm actually doing this post-Thor Ragnarok review. I just got done filming our Thor Ragnarok review. That'll be out soon. So yeah, I would love to see the X-Men come home. It would make me really happy. One of the things that I was thinking about when I was watching Thor is I saw the Black Panther trailer, you know, and everyone's like so hyped on Black Panther. Like everyone's so stoked, you know, and like I'm excited about it too. And like as excited as we are about Black Panther, I mean, can you imagine Storm coming into the MCU, and then you could have Storm and Black Panther and like their whole relationship, because like they have a totally, like, fucking Storm and Black Panther, okay? Like, people would fucking freak out. It would be amazing. I mean, you could have Wolverine join the Avengers because he's a fucking Avenger. I mean, it's just like, there's just so much cool stuff. And then now we can finally have the mutants. And I really hope that X-Men come home. I think that there's definitely a possibility of maybe what I would do, and this is just kind of off the cuff here, what I would do is we have the Infinity Gauntlet War or whatever the fuck coming up, right? And so there's a lot of reality bending shit that goes on with this, okay? So, like, the universe is never going to be the same. You know, after you do a crazy Infinity War, like, things are totally different. And so I think that after the Infinity War, they could totally do a thing where there's some new reality and they're, like, smushed in with this other reality, and then, oh, boop, there we got mutants now. We got mutants, you know? Like, we don't have to fucking do the Inhumans. We can do the mutants now. So there's totally an opportunity, I think, to kind of just bring them in without having to do some whole, like, origin story, whatever thing, you know? Like, let's just, like, fucking make it happen. But, you know, I don't know. Another thing, and this sounds really stupid, but another thing that's been, like, super bumming me out is that, you know, Disney, because Fox has owned the rights to the mutants and to the X-Men, Disney has really downplayed the X-Men in the comic books. In the Marvel Comics, I feel like the X-Men have really been dealt some really underhanded blows due to corporate fuckery that really bum me out, and I'm sad to see my characters, like, you know, being screwed over. I mean, it's like, that's the thing, though. That's the thing about the X-Men, is that they're always persecuted, and I feel like they're being persecuted right now, and it's so meta, and it's so perfect, but it's also very frustrating. But also, you know, I get super sad because there's all this, like, really cute merch, you know, that, like Sum-Sums, okay? Sum-Sums. I don't know if you know what a Sum-Sum is, but it's this little dumb beanbag character, and they're, like, a little, like, cylinder type shape, and they're really adorable, and I have a bunch of Sum-Sums, and I really like them. But there's no X-Men Sum-Sums, you know? Like, Disney ain't making any fucking X-Men Sum-Sums, but there's, like, all these Avengers. I mean, there's a Squirrel Girl Sum-Sum, I'm pretty sure, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, give me, like, I would love a Cyclops Sum-Sum. I would just be so stoked on a Cyclops. I already know exactly what it's going to look like in my brain. Like, I already know, like, and I'm so stoked on it. So, that's another awesome possibility. I mean, like, something that kind of made me really sad the other day was I was in the comic book store, and a few years ago, like, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, Tokidoki is a company who got a Marvel license, and they make these really cute chibis, and so there was, like, these Tokidoki blind box items, and these little characters, and there's a bunch of the X-Men in these Marvel Tokidoki blind boxes, and I have their Cyclops actually on my keychain. Like, he's, like, on my keys, you know, and that's my Tokidoki dude. And when I was at Earth 2 the other day buying some comics, I saw, you know, the new Tokidoki blind box bullshit, and there were no X-Men. It was 0 X-Men. And I was just, like, it just made me sad. You know, it just made me sad. And so, yeah, so I'm super stoked. I hope it happens. I think that if we all, again, like, I really believe in it. If we all just, like, concentrate on that happening, like, we can totally make that happen. I hope it works out. I am worried about the monopoly, Disney monopoly, but I don't know. I'm really torn about it. I'm really torn. So, I don't know. I'm just, like, just to see the Singerverse die would just be really, like, good for me. Like, it would just, like, oh, it just feels so good. It just feels so good. It feels so good. And just, you know, just like Spider-Man Homecoming. It's like you see Spider-Man, and, like, Sony was just dropping the fucking ball. They shared custody. And guess what? You know, he comes over to the MCU, and they fucking patch him up, and he's fucking awesome, and, like, everybody loves him, and, like, it's great, you know? So, just fingers crossed here. Fingers crossed. So excited. Trying not to get too excited, though, because I you know, I don't know. It's just, I just care too much. I just care, like, way too much about the X-Men, like, way too much. And it'll be really, really sad if they continue to, like, if they just continue to remain at Fox. I mean, let's be, like, 100% real. The next X-Men movie is, like, being directed by Simon Kinberg, who's been a producer, who's been a part of a lot of the Singerverse stuff that I hate. He is not a director. He's a fucking producer. And he is directing the Dark Phoenix movie that they're gonna ruin, you know? And it's just like, you're gonna have a first-time fucking director who's a producer, who's not even a real director, do the Dark Phoenix on his first time out. Like, that sounds like a great fucking idea, guys. Really amazing decision making over there, Fox. Like, you guys, whoa. And it just makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach, and it disgusts me that they're gonna ruin the Dark Phoenix not once but twice, you know, and they're damaging my brand. Like, they're damaging my favorite brand, and it just makes me so angry to see them damage my brand, you know. I just want to see, like, the X-Men I know and love on the big screen, you know, just like, I mean, seeing Thor, like, they finally figured his character out, and it was just so great to see him going. And I just imagine in my head all the wonderful things that they could do with all these amazing characters. And fuck, man, I think that, I don't know if he maybe has the acting chops for it. I'm not as familiar with his work, but just looks-wise, I think that Armie Hammer would make a great Scott Summers. I think he's got the fucking height for it. Like, and then we can get a new Wolverine. Like, okay, so Logan's done, right? Like, fucking, like, that's done. So, like, we can get a fucking short, burly, hairy fucking Wolverine. Like, we could just fucking stop this Sansa's fucking Jean Grey bullshit that is not the one. Yeah. So, again, that's it. I'm excited. I hope it happens. It may not happen. I'm trying not to get too excited. It's already too late. Let's all just, again, it's all just like thoughts and prayers. You know, let's send our fucking thoughts and prayers. I know there's a lot of shit right now about like fuck thoughts and prayers, but I do believe in thoughts and prayers. I do think that they do something. I think that they can do something. So let's direct our thoughts and prayers towards this, because this is something that we can make happen. You know, I mean, that's why Spider-Man happened. Everybody wanted Spider-Man to go back, and guess what happened? So yeah, so that's it for now. And don't forget, you guys, my Team 19 members, if you use the discount code BUBASTIS, BUBASTIS, you can get $5 off a Watchmen box if you want to join Watchmen Club coming in February. I'm so excited about it. And also, I'll be back around soon. I know I've been working crazy hard, been doing a lot of stuff. I need to talk to you guys about Patreon, actually. I was a speaker at Patreon's conference called Patreon last weekend, and it was really awesome. So I'll be back to talk to you guys about all that stuff pretty soon, do another Comic Book Online Teen Diary series. But until then, you guys be on the lookout for my Thor Ragnarok review. I totally loved it. I'm super excited. And thank you guys for being a part of Team 19. You guys are appreciated. Over and out. Boop.